Hey there Internet, Keeve here, and welcome to the Cars and Keeve YouTube channel. In this video we're going over the much discussed topic of applying your foam dry or wet. Pros or cons of this type of process. We're going to try that out on Hannah here. She just made a 2,400 mile round trip in all conditions to the UP of Michigan for a family reunion that I just went to. That's why I had a video out in about a week. She is primed and dirty and ready for this test. Been quite some time. She is not ceramic coated in any way. Just has applications of Easy Coat. Last one was probably a couple months ago. So she's not really that protected, so the dirt stuck really well. Before we get any further into the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Check out the links below from Amazon, from my Accepts Garage affiliate link below as well. The link to the video that inspired this from Forensic Detailing is below as well. He had a great video on this, and I really want to try this on a car with pH neutral products and see for myself and show you as well. Now, the reason I want to go over this is because in many videos I've said I want to try to make the washing experience as enjoyable as possible. Having less steps and less overall things to do makes it an enjoyable experience, especially when you have as many cars as I do. Well, taking out an entire rinse process saves you time, saves you water, that saves you money in the end. Now, there are many reasons that I believe myself as well that a dry foam application is the best. Watching this video really convinced me overall. I never really tried it, but so many chemicals out there say to apply dry because the chemical is allowed to attach itself to that dirty surface better. It's directly touching the dirt. Now, many people say that rinsing the car first takes off that layer of dirt and debris that could scratch your paint, and that allows the chemical to get deeper and cut deeper, but you now have an entire film of water on the car that's keeping the chemical from bonding to the dirt, and the chemical is going to slide off much quicker. So there's both ways. So we're going to find out here, and this is a pH neutral product. It could possibly cut different than, say, a stronger chemical. We'll see. This is G-Technic W4 citrus foam, which is their stronger of their foaming, which is more meant for the pre-rinse, is what this would be. But let's say we're to spray that foam onto the car, encapsulating that dirt. The argument that rinsing first is better because you're getting the dirt off there. Well, if it's encapsulated in foam, the rinse is going to be less abrasive as well. You are shooting pressurized water at a surface that may have dirt, debris, small little pieces of rocks, pounding them into the surface. Now, if there's foam there, you have that lubricant there that's going to help it glide off the surface without scratching. Now, rinsing first, that is also going to be diluting your foam. Your foam is going to be sprayed on the car. It's going to sit on water. That water mixes with the soap. You now diluted your soap. So let's try that out. Let's test it and see what happens. So the tools for today's video, we are using our normal wall mount setup. We have our 50-foot hose here, a hose reel. We have our SGS 28 gun here. We have our DIW 20 CR spotless, which we're going to be using deionized water in this. We have our VE52. 3.5 is going to give me that 1100 PSI that I'm looking for the pre-rinse. And since we're going to be foamed up, I don't have to worry about, the pressure being too much. We're going to be placing some blue tape with plastic here, film to make sure that we don't get the one side wet at all. We are using a Franking Foamer 9000. This is a compilation. This is basically the Greenworks Boss Foam Cannon or the MJJC Pro. There'll be links for those below as well. So it's going to be auto mixing. This is the G-Technic W4. Just full strength in here, and then the dilution is done up here. It is about 10-to-1 based off of how much soap goes out. Yeah, how are we gonna do this? Here's the wet side. As you can see, we did get a good bit of beating up there at the top. A lot of dirt all the way down here as well. Spotting, dirt. The dry side, about the same amount of dirt. Just a little bit more visible on this side due to the lighting that we have right now. This is an inspiration from Forensic Detailing's video on this topic. I want to do it in my own way and kind of point out and see if this is something that I want to do for my process and with the soap that I use, the equipment that I use, and show you the results. So if you want a really in-depth, detailed video on this, I suggest check out the link below. Go to his channel, give him some love. He's the one that, he's the video that I saw. It may not have been the first one on the subject, but it's the one that I saw that inspired me to do this video. Well, it looks like water got underneath the blue tape, so it is not as dry as I want it to be, but it's definitely drier than it would have been if I didn't have the tape, put it that way. All right, let's see the damage here. So we definitely got some water drippage. The most of it's down here at the bottom where it kind of came through where, you know, the blue tape was going over the windshield wiper there, but it's still predominantly dry on this side. We still have large patches of dry that we can use as our control. I might take a leaf blower to it and kind of try to dry it out a little bit more. You see how wet this side is. My opinion on the subject, that is, if this cleaning is the same regardless, then we can eliminate that one step. If it's better, that's even better, but we're trying to, like I said, eliminate a step here. This doesn't have to work better, it just has to work at least the same. Here goes nothing. On the dry side, we have a little bit of dirt right there. You can see the discoloration down here. We've definitely evacuated some dirt. Well, already one of my projections has been disproved to a certain extent. I think you could tell throughout that entire process that the foam was actually clinging better to the wet side. I think overall that has to do with you saw how dirty it was, and it was a lot of really loose surface dirt on top of those beads initially, and I think the soap just slid right off of that dirt. Now we're going to dry it off with our Ryobi. So we got some crazy mixed results here. Weird. The wet side is slightly dirtier than the dry side on the paint. On the windshield, the wet side is slightly cleaner than the dry side. I think that has a lot to do with I do coat the windows more often with Easy Coat than I do the paint, and maybe just the way the soap clings the windows. I don't know if you notice when you spray your car, soap sticks to the windows the least of anything because there's less resistance on the window than there is, say, on the paint. But it definitely, I'll show you in a minute, but where the tape line is, there's a clear indicator that this side is cleaner, but up here there's an indicator that this side is dirtier. So so that's just really interesting there. But for me, I'm definitely going to be eliminating that pre-rinse step. I have already been doing that for a while now. So what we're going to do now is I have some O&R in here for touchless wash. We're going to spray it on the microfiber, put a little bit on the surface. We're going to do a wipe across the panel in 3 or 4 different sections. This is really hard to make out, but there's our tape line. You can definitely tell that this side is slightly cleaner than that side. Now up here, what you're going to notice, there's that tape line. I do think this side is slightly cleaner. And you noticed in the video that it clinged to this side a lot longer on the windshield. That's for sure. That side is definitely dirtier. All right, we're going to do 4 spots. We have 4 sides of the microfiber. It gives us 4 spots. I'll spray a little bit on here, just to make sure that we're not, harming the surface. Let's put this side. We'll do up here. We'll do right here. We'll do right there. All right, got a whole nother microfiber for this side. I know this is not an identical solution. I could have sprayed more. I could have wiped a wider area, but this is just to see. Here are our findings. You can see on the dry side we do have streaks of dirt, obviously, because the car is extremely dirty. But on the right hand side where it was wet, we definitely do have a good bit more dirt than the dry side. I say the windshield wise was probably slightly cleaner, like I said, but everything else was dirtier. And you could just tell, I mean, even this quadrant right here is barely any dirt. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. We did learn some things here about the windshield versus the paint. At least for my car and the conditions that we had here, the foam actually adhered better and dwelled off in less time on the wet side versus the dry side. The wet side was cleaner than the dry side on the windshield, but like I said, the paint was the exact opposite as well. I think the looseness of the dirt on the dry side, having just tons of like dust and debris on there that are easily come off. You saw it came off really easy with the rinse. That's probably why it slid off. It adhered to that. Maybe if the car was cleaner, it might stick better. We don't know. This is the conditions that we had. This proves to me that recently getting rid of that rinse process was the best decision to make. And it's going to shine on your wheels too. When you use a wheel cleaner and stuff like that, they always work better on a dry surface, not on a wet surface. You're diluting it, just like I said before. Now, you could still use your rinse process, no big deal. I do think that the initial rinse process running with a pressure washer is possibly harmful. So a lot of people who do a rinse process before, they just use the garden hose water and just spray it down with not a lot of pressure to get that initial, those little loose bits of dirt off, then go do your foam and then use your pressure washer. So for any of the products in the video, links below. I have my Obsessed Garage affiliate link down there below as well. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Of course. Hasn't barked all morning. She's had enough of her dog too. He's barking at her mowing the grass. The nozzle guards, but 3.5 is going to give me. But this thing, but this is going to be auto mixing. So we just have a. So this is going to be auto mixing. This is basically, oh my gosh, not straight at all, but about fell again. Every time I do this, I start falling. I get my balance isn't there anymore. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I definitely can get rid of. It's too slick. I clean the windows anyway afterwards, so this proves that me getting rid of that rinse process. Oh my gosh, this proves to me. Oh my god.